This is the we are going to know about language integrated query. So these are our group members. First of all, we are going to consider about what is a LINQ. This is a section of Visual Studio 2008 Learning Guide looks like a LINQ. The language integrated query is one of the most important new features introduced in Visual Studio 2008. It lets programmers make queries to any enumerable data types within their native. Here we first link two tips about LINQ in general and about two more popular data query flows, LINQ to SQL and LINQ to XML. Then we look at the native .NET language change that were needed to make LINQ work. The section of Visual Studio 2008 Learning Guide that follow a little deeper into those and though languages in Visual Basic 2008 and C# 3.0. Integrated query integrates data queries right into VB 2008 and C# 3.0 and 2.0 works with objects, XML and SQL. This tip highlights resources for getting to know LINQ language integrated query dramatically change database programming in Visual Studio 2008. Here we examine the ins and outs of LINQ to SQL queries. So then we're going to consider about a history of LINQ. Learning LINQ to SQL using Visual Basic 2008 as a title of the entry indicates this blogger designed to build an application plug in several SQL select statements and see how they could be expressed using LINQ. LINQ to SQL stored procedure support ASPX creating data access layer using LINQ to SQL. Stored procedures support. Here we discuss the use of stored procedures as an alternative to LINQ to SQL queries. Stored procedures may be consideration if a programmer has performance concerns. This article demonstrates how to get an XML 2003 file into XML format and then import it using LINQ to XML. In this video, explain the SQL pipeline which transform a LINQ query into SQL and return the result to the user. The extension methods allow developers to add new methods to the public contract of an existing type without having to subclass it or recompile the original type. Extension methods help blend the flexibility of duck typing support popular within dynamic languages today with the performance and compile time validation of strongly typed languages. They provide a very compact and type-safe way to write functions that can be passed as arguments for subsequent evaluation. Query syntax is a convenient declaration shorthand for expressing queries using the standard LINQ query operators. It offers a syntax that increases the reliability and clarity of expressing LINQ queries in code and can be easy to read and write correctly. Undercovers the C# and VB compilers take query syntax expressions and translate them into explicit method invocation code. .NET Framework 2.0 projects. These articles provide an explanation so that what new LINQ features and implementation in Visual Studio 2008 will and will not work then programming in 2000. So we are going to learn about the architecture of the LINQ. This is the architecture of our LINQ. LINQ offers numerous possibilities. It will significantly change some aspects to how you handle and manipulate data with your application and components. In here, we will detail the use of three major flavors of LINQ or LINQ providers. Those are LINQ to objects, LINQ to SQL, and LINQ to XML respectively. These three LINQ providers form a family of tools that can be used separately for particular needs or combine together for powerful solutions mixing objects, XML, and relational data. We will focus to LINQ to objects, LINQ to SQL, and LINQ to XML. But LINQ is open to new data sources. LINQ is not for databases and XML only. The three main LINQ providers listed previously are built on top of a common LINQ foundation. This foundation consists of a set of building blocks like query operators, query expressions, or expression trees, which allow the LINQ toolset to extensible. Other variants of LINQ can be created to provide access to diverse kind of data sources. Implementation of LINQ will be released by the software vendors. You can also create your own implementations as you will see in chapter 3, which covers LINQ extensible. You can plug anything you like in LINQ to get access to various data sources. This could include a file system, Active Directory, WM Windows event log, or any other data source or API. This is excellent because it will allow you to benefit from LINQ's features with a lot of data sources. In fact, Microsoft already offers more LINQ providers than just LINQ to objects, LINQ to SQL, LINQ to XML. Two of them are LINQ to dataset and LINQ to entities. The query in the above diagram is expressed in C# and not in a new language. LINQ is not a new language. It is integrated in C# and VB.NET. In addition, LINQ can be used to avoid entangling your .NET programming languages with SQL, XSL, or other data specification languages. It is a set of language extensions coming with LINQ that enables query over several kind of data stores to be formulated right into programming languages. You can think of LINQ as a universal remote control. If you wish, at times you will use it to query a database, at others you will query an XML documents.